So FIFINE, or FIFINE, how they want to be called, reached out to us and asked if we wanted to review their T669. And honestly, why not? This episode is brought to you by CDKoffers.com. CDKoffers offers a wide variety of software or game keys for a fraction of their usual retail price. You can get your usual PC game codes or even library codes for things like Steam, Uplay and Origin. But the most important part for us are the software codes. Here we can get software activation codes for things like MS Office or Windows 10 for a ridiculously cheap price. And right now you can also use the promo code TS20 to get a 20% discount to make the already cheap Windows 10 license even cheaper. If you want to get that nasty activation message away, make sure to head down to the links in the description below and don't forget to use the promo code TS20 for a 20% discount. Before we begin with whatever is in here, a quick backstory. Many years ago, I still had this microphone. Some cheap 1999 USB thing from Amazon. It was horrible, but it worked. Back then, the channel started to grow and I was able to put some money aside because I wanted to invest into better audio gear. Then I just went into the best music store in my area and told them to give me the best mic that they had. I knew that I didn't really need some world-class mic, but I wanted to be good for a long time. So my mindset was, I'll pay more now and do not have to bother later. And what they gave me was this Rode NT1-A, a great microphone. But then I learned that expensive hardware needs expensive peripherals. So besides the $250 for the mic, I needed to spend another 200 euros for a preamp. And because the mic, of course, cannot stand on its own, I had to pay another 90 for a movable arm. So at that point, I spent over 500 euros just to get home and realize that I have absolutely no clue about microphones. Apparently, knowing some things about speakers does not qualify you to use a high-end microphone. Okay, so I didn't give up and I forced my way through the output and gain and whatnot, and to be completely honest, I was just guessing, and until this day I'm just remembering the settings and I'm just copy-pasting them into the next device. Anyway, to summarize my experience, expensive and just complicated. And here comes FIFINE, a company that is selling a complete plug-and-play kit for around $60 on their website or about 60 euros on Amazon. Now, to be honest, it would be completely unfair to expect this cheap microphone to perform as good as a 500 euros setup, but I remind you that I have no idea about mics, and it is absolutely possible that I misconfigured the Rode, and this would just prove that no matter how good your equipment is, if you do not know how to use it, it is just a pile of expensive garbage. Okay, enough backstory. Let's see what's inside. So inside of the box, we will find the microphone itself, a anti-shock mount, a pop filter, a mini tripod to put it on top of something, and a movable arm with a desk clamp to mount it onto your desk. So because this is not XLR like my Rode is, all you really need is inside of that small box. The mounting process was actually pretty easy. You will get everything that you need inside of the box. You can mount the mic with the tripod and just put it in front of you. You can attach the arm onto a table, also mount the same anti-shock mount and then just install the mic. Of course, you can also use the... Where is it? Here it is. Of course, you can also use the pop filter that removes that As I said, I have no idea about mics, but you can mount it to the arm or to the... it won't fit on the table. Does not look like a good idea. Anyway, you can mount it wherever you want if you really need to. On the how it looks and feels side, of course the tripod is... Yes, it is a tripod. But the mic itself, it's all metal, and that gives it a pretty premium feeling. One thing immediately, it's pretty freaking small compared to my Rode. It looks like the Rode's small little baby, But that does really not say anything about a microphone. So the microphone itself feels alright. Let's see about the arm. For the arm you will get the pretty standard clamp that you will get with basically anything you buy on Amazon. The arm, on the other hand, is pretty alright. It is quite short, but it keeps the mic better in place than my Rode arm actually. But then again, the mic is way smaller and less heavy, but still, that's alright. Now, the real beauty about this mic will come now, because in order to get it going, all you actually need is to plug this USB Type B into the bottom part of the mic. Yes. And this USB Type A into your PC. And apparently there are not even any drivers required, it will just work out of the box. It works out of the box. So clearly the whole setup, and especially with the table clamp, is targeted to streamers, to gamers that want to use Discord or TeamViewer, and to basically everybody who needs a microphone in front of a PC. And after all, until now, it seems like a sweet deal. You will get everything you need inside of a $60 box, and it will work out of the box. I'm recording right now, and the installation took exactly 0 minutes. But as easy as the installation was, we will still need to see how it performs or how it records. And because of my lack of alternatives, I will need to compare it to my Rode. And by the way, this is the actual sound if I do not try to remove the echo in post. Anyway, let's test the mic. They are aligned somewhat the same. The output level? I have no idea about mics. Should be, yeah, somewhat the same. So let's compare them by reading some really bad jokes. Why did the coffee call the police? It got mugged. Why do birds fly south for the winter? Because it's too far to walk. I'm only familiar with 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. What did one wall say to the other? Meet me at the corner. What do you call a large African mammal with long hair and sandals? A hippopotamus. No. What's the best name for a man who can't stand Neil? How much does the heaviest skeleton weigh? A skeleton. What's big, grey, and doesn't matter? Irrelevant. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd call beagles. What does a baby computer call its father? Data. Okay, so for me now it's checking time, and I will see you in a minute. After listening to both audio recordings on somewhat good speakers, I, in my very amateur opinion, think that it is missing the outer pieces of the spectrum. So the highs and lows just seem to be a bit missing compared to the Rode. But if you do not hear the Rode and you just hear the FIFINE T669, it's very alright. For $60, it's a really good microphone. And I had a ton of issues with microphones. I mean, I still don't know how the Rode exactly functions, and it is great for me to have a second microphone just as a backup. It would save me so many videos. But yeah, in my opinion, it's missing some highs and lows, but besides that, it's a alright microphone. I really must say, I'm impressed for $60. I remember the $20 mic I had back then when I was 18, 19. This is a microphone. The other thing was a reverse speaker. So overall, for $60, it's a really sweet deal. The microphone comes with basically everything you would want. You can clamp it to your desk. You have a pop filter if you really wanted to. Like, you have everything out of the box. USB, it just works. It works with Mac, it works with Windows. It just... What else do you want? And the price is also very much alright. A small thing that isn't shocking for me is that you do not really have like an echo effect on the FIFINE microphone in comparison to the Rode. I know that the Rode is picking up basically everything like 3 blocks away, so I really need to keep an eye on echo in the room, but the FIFINE just works. And to be completely honest, if you're a streamer, if you're a gamer and you just want to have a mic that just works, because let's be honest, most of the headphone mics are just garbage, and you have $60 to spend on something like this, I honestly go for it. I don't see a reason why not to. I mean, you have the arm, though I think the arm is pretty short. That's what, like, my number one issue with it. Like, if you would mount it behind a monitor, I mean, you can theoretically like push your mic down, but you're not looking at a lot of space. Like, that's 27-inch. I would say that's pretty standard. I mean, I'm working on 32-inch and I don't see any way how I will get the microphone above the 32-inch. So 24-inch would be alright, 27 is really on edge, but bigger screens, this will be too small. So overall, the microphone feels great actually. The build quality is pretty fine. The tripod is, yeah, it's a tripod. But the microphone is the main thing, the most important thing, and the quality of the microphone is really alright. The anti-shock, yeah. Though I have to mention that FIFINE also includes a couple of these rubber pieces for the anti-shock in case you break them or they wear out, as well as one of these rubber like holders, or how do you want to call them, for the pop filter. It's like this piece if this wears out. So that's a small, nice little plus, but I don't really care about that. I care about the microphone, and after all, the microphone is pretty good. I'm a bit shocked about the audio quality for a $60 mic. It's way behind the Rode, let's be honest. The Rode has deep bass, high highs, but what do you expect? That's a €500 setup, but that's a $60 mic. Yet, I'm still impressed. If you want to go with streaming, if you are a light streamer, gamer, whatever, like you don't need really high quality audio, I don't see a reason why anybody would spend more than this. This is okay. It's really okay. So this was my take on the FIFINE T669. At this point I would like to thank FIFINE for providing us with one of these. But if you want to keep watching, have a look at the NZXT H510i. I know it's not a microphone, it's a case, but still, it's a nice case. Have a look at it.